Hi everyone, this is Dakota McLean, and here's your tip of the week. As you saw by the title of the video, we're going to be learning about something that not all of us like to use, but it is something that we need to learn how to use whenever we're in trouble. A lot of times when it comes to the punch shot, it is dealing with a lower trajectory shot, and it's a little bit lower than what you would like out of a golf shot, and it's not going to produce a lot of spin. It's actually going to cause the ball to roll out even more. So when it comes to the punch shot, I'm going to be teaching you how to set up, what clubs to use in certain situations. Distance control is huge when it comes to it. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it, starting out with the stance. So with the punch shot, the stance is one of the most important things when it comes to a punch shot. Ball position is going to deal with the stance itself. So I like to think of it as kind of like you're doing a chip shot where your feet are a little bit closer together for one, and then when you're playing this, you want to set up to it where you're playing it in the back of your stance. As you see, as it's closer to my right foot. My right foot is going to allow me to hit down on the ball, and as you'll notice when I set up to the ball, when it comes to a regular club, the loft is actually a lot lower too. The reason why my loft is a little bit lower is because my hands are pressed forward. So my hands are pressed forward, it's actually causing that loft. So right now I have a 6-iron in my hands, just because it is going to be a little bit lower. Once you get up to like 7, 8, 9, it is going to produce a little bit higher ball flight. A lot of times when it comes to a punch shot, you have a little bit of tree trouble that's up ahead. That's actually going to cause the ball to drift off to the left or right if you were to hit a branch. So we're trying to keep it under that branch as much as possible. I would say usually I would put this into a situation of, like, let's just say the tree is about 40 or 50 feet above you, probably about 70 yards out or so. Or you can use it in any other situation when you're just trying to get it back out and play. So when I'm setting up, that 6-iron is actually going to be de-lofted to more of like a 5-iron. As you can see, when I'm pressing my hands forward, it's de-lofting the club, which is causing the ball flight to be a lot lower. And when I'm hitting my punch shot, I'm not taking a full swing at it. I'm trying to stay as stable as much as possible when I'm setting up to the ball. So when my hands are pressed forward, I'm using a little bit of lower body rotation. I'm just trying to punch it out there. Trying to keep it as low as possible. My hands are forward, and as you see, they're not going up like this. They're just finishing a little bit lower, so that way I can keep that loft really low. Now, if I were to put that ball in the middle of my stance with my hands forward, it will still have de-lofted the club, but a lot of times you can catch a flyer and cause that ball to go up in the air a lot more. And it's a little bit higher ball flight, which is not what we're trying to do in this video. We're trying to keep it low as much as possible. So when I'm setting up to the ball's in the back of my stance, hands are a little bit forward, and actually I have a little bit more of an open stance too. So my stance is a little bit more open, which is meaning that my feet are pointing a little bit left, so that way I can come around my body. So setting up, once again, my hands are slightly forward, and you'll notice that when I take my swing, when I finish, my head is still staying over top of the golf ball. I'm not trying to fall back on my right leg. So setting up again, hands are forward, the ball's in the back of my stance, and then my feet are a little bit open. You see, my hands are finishing a little bit lower rather than higher, so that way I'm not getting that ball up in the air. I'm trying to keep that loft as low as possible. So I hit it one more time, so that way everybody sees it. So, ball's in the back of my stance, hands are slightly forward, and you'll notice that I'm not taking a very long swing. The bigger swing you have, the more problems it can cause because you're using a little bit too much of your body. My hips are rotating just slightly, but not too much. The goal is trying to get it out of any sort of tree trouble, or just trying to get it back out in the fairway. And I would say add a little bit more rollout to it, just to take that in consideration when you're trying to hit certain shots. Because, I mean, it is going to roll out quite a bit, especially coming at a low trajectory. So spin is not going to be really much a factor in this, especially when you're in the rough. Okay, so try to do those drills. Always try that. No one is ever going to be in the fairway at all times. I would say really try and practice that. Try it with different irons because you'll get different height projections and everything like that. So try it out with different irons. You can go all the way up to a 9-iron if you really wanted to. Just try to treat it as kind of like a chip shot. So I want you to go ahead and try that for me. I hope everybody has enjoyed this video, and I'll see everybody next week.